In this video, I'm going to show you how to turn a video demonstration into an interactive formative assessment for your students. The idea is that we're going to take learners that are struggling and try to reteach the concept, and learners that are excelling, we're going to differentiate our instruction and offer them more information and knowledge on that content matter. So first thing you're going to want to do is create a screencast of you teaching the concept, and I have a sample screencast that I did. Set up a sample presentation here where you'll have a title slide, then a slide where you teach a new concept. You ask a question. The students will then be prompted to choose A or B. If they choose A, you'll then take them to this slide where you discuss more information about it, or if they choose incorrectly, you'll take them to this area where it teaches them more. And you don't necessarily have to send them within your own video. You can send them to external video links or sites as well. So to get started, you're going to go to youtube.com. After you've made your initial video, you'll go to My Channel. Then you're going to click on Video Manager to access your video. The demo that I did is all in one video. You can choose to do multiple videos if that's easier for you to organize. I'm going to choose Edit, and then my options up here are Annotations and Cards, and those will be the two. Annotations will let you link to other videos or places within this video, and Cards will allow you to link to websites. So I'm going to choose Annotations to show you this method. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the video to the point where I ask the question. And once you find that spot, this is where you're going to add your annotation. So to add an annotation, you'd go over here to add annotation, and you have different options. Choose whichever one you prefer. So if I choose speech bubble, what I'm going to do is place the annotation over top of the question. And I'm actually going to choose spotlight instead. I'm going to get rid of speech bubble. We're going to go with spotlight. So to add your annotations, choose Add Annotation. I like to choose Spotlight because I can put it over top of the answer choice, just like that. Then I would go down here and I would choose the link. And then I'm going to choose, it lets you choose to link it to a video, a playlist, someone else's channel. I'm going to choose video. Well, I want to link it to this exact video. So I need to go and get the link for this video. To get the link, I went to youtube.com, clicked on My Channel, click on the name of the video, and that will give me the link. At this point, you'd go to the top, copy the URL. Once you copy the URL, you're going to come back here on your annotations, paste the link in, and then it's going to ask, well, where do you want the video to start? So you have to figure out which annotation that you have selected and send it to that correct portion of the video. So if this was the correct answer in here, I would put it at 36 seconds. 36 seconds, and that's where it's going to start the video. Now I also want to give my students an option to go back to the question or to go to the next question. And then I'll click down here on the annotation that's for the incorrect answer. And over here, I'll make sure I paste in the URL to the YouTube that I had created, or maybe it's a different YouTube you want to send them to. But in my YouTube where I retaught the concept, I looked on here and I found that it was at about 47 seconds. You can always test it out later to fix it. I'm going to scroll to the top and hit Apply Changes. And then the other thing I'm going to want to do is to have a spot where they can go back to the original question or jump to the next question. So I'm going to do another annotation in here, and maybe I kind of add those throughout, but I'm going to do Add Annotation. You can choose to do Spotlight, Speech Bubble, put it over here and type click for next, or click to move to the next concept where you teach the next bit of information. And then on there I would check off link, You would paste in the link for the video, and then you would have to put the time in the video where you started teaching the next concept. So maybe that was at 50 seconds where you jumped to the next concept. At this point, I would test out your video by clicking on it to play it. Watch through it, and if you notice, once I get to the question, it's got the two options for you to click the answer choice. So when I click on A, it takes me to where I start explaining the correct answer. Now this is also where, once they watch it, you would want to have that place where they could click to move on to what's next. So once they've learned about the correct answer, then you need to have an annotation that moves them to the next. So that's what I need to do there. If they click answer choice B, it takes them to where I discuss, hey, you got the incorrect answer, but hey, let me reteach this to you. And then right here, you'll notice I do have that annotation that says move to the next concept, and that could jump them to the next part in the video where they could learn some more. So that's one way to do it. You can also use what's called cards. So down here at the bottom of my video, you'll notice the different options. So there's annotations. This one with the eye would be cards. So I could click on that. It's a similar concept. You're going to click in your video where you want to add some information. You can add videos, polls, so that would be a great way to check for understanding on your students as well. So maybe at the very end, a little poll, but add card and create a poll. This is where you could put the answers. And it's going to throw that on your video. You could also send it to a link. This is where you'd paste in a URL. So maybe your students got the answer correct and you want to send them someplace where they can practice and learn more. Or maybe your students that didn't get the answer correct, you want to send them to a website that has some practice questions where they can practice that concept further. This would be where you'd want to add that in. So it's called cards. And then again, once you've added it, you want to go and test that out to make sure that what you added actually shows up in your presentation. If you have any other questions, please feel free to email me at calcussi@ius.edu.